I'm picking up another runestone nearby.
Alright, stream looks good. I just doing PoE 2. League start. Just doing a quick run through, probably not like speed run level run through, but I just play. Oh, I do something with a monk. Might be a crossbow monk. I don't really know where I'm going with it. I'll probably do the bell stuff, but I don't know how I'm going to do that with a shape monk build. If all else fails, I'll fall back onto the charge dash for monk. I do like to clear the crossbow though. Yeah, I'll enact one still. I have absolutely no build now. We're gonna figure it out. Like we always do.
So, something's good luck here. Wow.
Exile's crazy. And I feel like the freeze falls off pretty quick. Definitely doesn't hit.
High velocity round.
High blast rounds let it go. I like the CC of cold though. I like the slow. I'm assuming if I get any other support gem that starts up in the freeze, then we'll find a way. I could take freeze nodes early. I like that spirit going like 20 feet.
Spirit calls. Don't lose focus. Almost there. Don't give up now. What a good hunt. I see you. Hope you're friendly. Aye, if you've an interest, we run enough.
Yeah, like I would have probably had to go this way. Any else? Any other freeze nodes nearby? Powered. Yeah, maybe we'll take the freeze nodes nearby. We'll take the freeze nodes nearby just to get through campaign. Just looking for the runestone and the monkey. I think the crow bell's here. The guy getting frozen that I was really goofy. Some of these areas are fucking massive, man. Oh my god. I do kind of miss, in a way, the Diablo, or not Diablo, the Path to Exile 1's like almost linearity. The linearity of the map design made it, or even at least like landmark driven. You could get into like a quadrant of a map and know where things were, rather than this like full mix up. So I can just run around like this and never really find where I'm trying to go. Like, this is the boss arena. And it took, like, you know, that whole exploration I just took to find it.
Then you are what's been feasting on the livestock.
They made him vulnerable while running. I remember I would, on my Bone Storm Witch, I would literally, like, do half its HP in the run. And we'd get to the final showdown, you'd have no HP left. Yeah, I guess he's still damageable here. Barely. Last fight's being dynamic's really cool.
Corruption creates strange beasts indeed.
It's kind of fun chasing them around and whatever else that they start running for the boss fights. This is a really good amulet. Called movement speed's also really good. The movement speed itself makes it incredibly worthwhile. Ideally, I go back and try and upgrade that iron ring. It's strength. No, I have no use for a lot of these skill gems. He's strength. I wonder how the speedrun's actually going for these games nowadays. Or for this game nowadays. At the waypoint, go back down.
I'm picking up another runestone nearby. My tool. Let us hope so. Yeah, playlist. Hello?
Yeah.
Take a pun. You know you want to.
Nope. Rarity is really good, but I much prefer movement speed.
Deal.
Keep everything with sockets early. It's nice to get orbs. I think the leagues are kind of dumping currency. So maybe it's unnecessary. Don't need threes, I don't need sport. 4 is good. Upgrade the ring, we want damage. When you get damage, ring 6.
Sorry, Finn makes fun of my collection.
So our ring roll the fire res just rolled duty stats.
Stay safe if you can.
If you find
Check our guy for crossbows that have more damage. 14 to 30. It's really good. $18 to $40 is crazy. This is rooms for a mod. This one doesn't though. Just roll about as much as it could. Once I get like an increased damage, which I don't think I can get. Pick it up. Gloves with damage would be good. Better hat. Rare hat is what we're looking for. These both. I'm not going to exile or regal anything. We will just mod the belt. I don't think we can roll anything great. Resistance is probably the best thing we could have rolled. Yeah, I need 13 strength somewhere. It's a good headed one too.
Let's try something different.
Refund one of these into strength.
Tired of the slow. Take a punt. You know you want. Sure, I'll take it. Remember us when
Do that. Now we can upgrade. Because fragmentation rounds is like our last hitting skill, we need the frost buildup. So we need permafrost bolts to be as high level as we can get it. If any of these had sockets, I'd probably put in gold. We'll put it on the bow actually. Increase fizz. Oh, we don't have a gold. I guess we'll just put the fizz in. I guess we will check to see if there's any other skills we can grab right now. Having like a curse or some other bonus would be good. Prime for heavy stun is really good. I'd be really excited to use the monk skills, like the self casting bell stuff, to use prime for stun skills. You can already tell the crossbow does so much damage. Early game, any of these little bonuses just help so much. Not that they don't help late game, because your multipliers just go crazy, like getting 2 damage, like 15% damage would increase with all your multipliers. I was really sad. I took a look at my witch I had made, like you see on the thumbnail. I went Bone Storm. And that build has massive mana issues now because they changed Zenith. Bone Storm really needs a lot of work. I know some other content creators mentioned it. We have a problem with the amount of pacing this game has in terms of where you get your skills. Somebody had gone over essentially saying like, you know, Act 1, like, starts fun, less fun, Act 2, A little bit more fun, less fun, like etc. You get the roller coaster of enjoyment over time. But even now I can feel, I kind of have my bread and butter skills. The last like 5 gems have been utterly worthless, including like the level 4 one.
Perhaps this will assuage the girl's despair.
Like it feels like you kind of get into your bread and butter, and then you're in your bread and butter for like 2 hours before you start changing your build again. Or before it starts going anywhere. This is really easy. I grab the loot. Also, it's stuff like this where I just get caught on random round geometry, like these carcasses. Yeah, even with my bread and butter skill, like, and taking that freeze node, things just still don't get frozen. I get the game wants me to run like point blank. Because they're like shotgunning skills, but it's kind of silly. On that Bone Storm, which I had mentioned, looking at the problems on that build too now after the update. The runes I had in my staff had 2 runes for 25% chance for 2 additional projectiles to get up to 50. Because I found 50 in Passive Tree. It seems like, well, obviously Grinding Gear doesn't want that. They wouldn't have changed it to be like that if they didn't want me to find 100%. It's either that or like they want people who are using 2 items to find that. Which I'm like, I could swap my witch from using staff to wands. And then I could use the 2. Well, it says limited 1 actually, so no, I wouldn't be able to, I don't think. And I'm just like, what's the point in that? You just let me get to 100% if I put enough effort into it. Like, your skills are launching like a bunch of projectiles. Like, if they're already at like 4 or 5 projectiles, it stops mattering. And if they're not, they're just gonna run chain or fork. And there's already plenty of ways to find that. Like, every sorceress ever is using Tempest for the free fork. I don't know where they want to go with channeling skills. Seems like they want you to hold channeling skills for like 2 seconds all the time. They don't want it to be any slower, any faster, and I'm like, 2 seconds is a long time. Like, a lot of that should be modifiable with skill speed if I invest heavily in it. Like, the build of the week page is having skills with, you know, like that one witch build a while ago with the rage stacking. where they put on all the reduced movement speed during attacking, so they can just keep running around. And it's like, maybe some skills or playstyles or weapons, uniques, etc. are maybe overtuned if you can just stack a quality of life feature and then you just do billion damage anyways. And then have it be enough to clear like all the content in the game. Whereas like if I play my Bone Storm Witch, I'm like really pining for like really measuring out where I need to get my stats from. Like I'm min-maxing like single digit percents of resistances to Caplim. And some other stats. Oh, I'm so dead here. Alright, let's hit the runestones then. Okay, no one in Diablo 2 thought hitting the Cairnwain stones in any random order was fun. I get this as be probably smallest to largest, but if it takes me multiple attempts to hit these stones, it's probably not a good idea. I don't think anyone had fun hitting the stones in random orders in Diablo 2. What did I even say? Oh my god, one wolf is just slaughtering me as I'm trying to check my log. Fair enough. I took so much damage up that. Did I pick up that, yeah, I did. This is the stun immunity, yeah. Yeah. There's also so many ailments and mechanics and other stuff in this game that it's really annoying that there's a lot of things that are very binary. It's just like, are you or aren't you immune? Or aren't you reducing the duration to 0? Do or don't you have like a preventative measure? And is that preventative measure like cleansing it? I guess is my issue with this game, is like anything that isn't a direct cleanse is kind of worthless. Because getting the numbers to like get you to that point is awful, and anything less than 100% is also awful. Because of time to kill. Or again, like, it's my issue with most RPGs, it just becomes like one-shot the thing, or you get one-shot, and there's no like building tanky. Because if you build tanky, you just aren't tanky, and you do no damage. Unless you find some weird cheese that makes you pretty much invincible.
What is this madness? I fear I am too late.
Try to do Python. And the runestones. Second issue. If I go back here, this map. Oh, it's not reset. Alright, let's just sprint through and look for it. Okay, well, which one's the smallest? Like, is this the first or the last? If it's the last, and I misclicked. These two are identical now. Like, no one thinks clicking the Karen Wayne Stone to Diablo 2 in a random order 3 times is fun.
The last one.
We've done it. The energy. Can we follow them?
Those ancient woods. That's where it's leading us.
The Grellwood calls me home once more.
Okay. Interesting backtrack.
You found my. I think I should
Music A.
be careful.
The village. You must whatever it takes.
Owner's house. You've take a punt. You know you want to.
These boots are very good. So this is just move speed, fire cold. This is move speed, life rarity, fire.
Yes? Take a punt. Guess I can help you then.
Wow. We want a freeze from this cluster.
What have we? Anything take your fancy?
And we want better helmet, better gloves.
Till next time.
Well, look at this. The inscriptions on the tree roots match those on the runestone. Reminds me of what I've seen in the stars, more than what I've seen at the forge. Now, if this doesn't work, I'll look a right bloody fool.
Alright. I think Pierce doesn't do anything.
The mirror has taken us far beyond where our maps reached. The stars show we are farther north, but I cannot stay here. Survivors continue to find their way to that ancient temple. Olroth has not yet found it, and I must be there to stop him when he does. The locals here are not ones we've met before. Communication will be difficult, but we must understand each other somehow. We will offer
Looks like the
if our people cannot survive this continent, our days
like a labyrinth.
liquid verisium. I must call upon Pharaoh.
I think the PoE one trials.
This place. Gezamite, nor damned eternal. And this liquid Verisium, it's ancient. I'll be able to get that out of here. But first, what's this? This tome. Volume 1. The Runes of Aldur. Within the warm embrace of Aldur's teachings. He, the first rune father, Midgard. This is all. What does this mean? I'll study this text further, but yes. Best we get a move on soon, eh?
Okay. More name drops of previous game characters.
The survivors built this sanctuary with haste. I've instructed my priests how to track Verisium in the celestial firmament, but they are only initiates. Not a single one of my disciples escaped Vorona's vengeance. 12 initiates.
I should probably do Freythorn next.
Here, take this. Let's see what I can make with that liquid. We can do something quite powerful with this outfit. A sort of rune forging.
Rune Forge. Forges any non-unique armor to grant a rune core. They want me to do a chest piece, probably more. Oh, it's their price. Okay. Still on the boots.
Nice one.
Source fatal damage. Okay. Monsters with ward can't be cold. Interesting.
Well, would you look at that? I'm sure we can push all this even further still. See? It's certain. Do my very best
So,
for you.
find a
Flash the
rune.
stars.
So if you do this content, you just get runes. Okay.
Hello.
It's not worth it at all.
I like to hold on. It's beautiful. I accept.
It's a good ring, but it's too expensive.
Shadows haunt us both.
Actual Undergrounds once again. I think the
Creature is capable of such violence.
place I need to go is over here. Freythorn set is above.
Creature.
Oh, I see the pathway over there to the right, yeah. And again, in Diablo 2, not like old planes, people like following the road. People like venturing off the beaten path like a little bit. People don't like roaming the entire map.
I sense a surreal presence.
Icon maps a lot of video games. I'm the type of person to visit every corner, turn every rock. Look at the walls, as it were. But I do actually want to see if there's anything hidden there out of curiosity. Not usually because I think it's legitimately fun. You like clicking all this stuff? Like the moment clicking these gives you nothing, it's like why bother? I remember Chris from Grinding Gear Games, originally PoE1. His philosophy with playing PoE was like purely gambling driven. And it is fun to see stuff, you know, you get those cool drops. I don't think I've ever gotten lucky enough in this game to get like those like crazy drops. Which like if you're just making lottery ticket simulator, it's kind of raining on people to gamble. And what I was saying is Chris's philosophy, he said, was that the game was like opening magic cards. And map packs of magic cards that you don't know what you're gonna get. Like every box, every treasure chest, every smashable. Like you just don't know what you're gonna get. Like I think in like the 3,000 hours I put into PoE1 from chests and whatnot, I don't think I ever got anything good like even once. PoE1 had the issue for the longest time of like just how much loot drops. People are like, you know, your audience is all ever gonna get arthritis. People's arms or wrists are gonna hurt, all the clicking's annoying, people just skip it and do like the most optimal thing, and then it becomes like a whole internet thing of like just do this, even though there should be like more VOD ways playing the game, and then the developers double down being like, oh, this is how people are playing, so they like playing like that. It's like, no, people play like that out of necessity to get the thing they want.
Was that the benevolent jury? Please.
So there should be probably a bit more of a game design revolving around fun and not people optimizing the fun out of it. Like even this game's philosophy on like you try to like combos and stuff. It's like I feel like if you're not playing a skill that even has CC baked in, you don't have time to like combo. Why people still like one button skills, which just hit the button they die. Why we hit like 3 or 4 buttons that are all like, you know, they can be pretty large damage increases, but at the end of the day, if you hit one button that kills the enemy instantly versus you hit 3 buttons and each have like half a second cast time, like when your first button takes 2 casts to kill, like what was the point, right? Like a net loss in clear speed. It's not really fun to be like, well, I'm playing the game as I think the game thinks I should be playing, versus doing what's optimal. And those are usually drastically very different. It's cool. We get pin buildup. Pin's really good. I think if you're playing like any spellcasting on Witch, even in minions, like there's a pin node really close to Witch, and I think like the Bone Nova is just so good. I think you just get, not bosses of course, but like regular enemies, mob packs, just get so crowd controlled. What we got here? The Iron Rune's the first thing I saw, but the Glacial Rune's also really good. Like the flat's a lot better this early on. I like the runic quartz symbol there. It's cool. Crossbow's a support skill I'm using. I'm not going to level it really. Those are huge pop. For some reason I thought that laughed in my playlist. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going over there. Forgot the boss is ready. I wish there was a little bit more warning on the enemy spawn here. Your PoE one has an issue. Because like in, if you're to stay in the wrong spot and stay in the wrong spot and an enemy pops up, then it just hits you and you die. Bosses have a massive issue with circle strafe in this game too. I wish there was a more like sidesteppy direct approach with this. There's a thing I need to kill around here somewhere. The boss fight's going well. I guess these ice pops, but just chunking out. I wonder how much damage. How much damage the Amazon would do with like weak point hits.
Did have a king lurking out there in the shadows. Thank you, hero.
You're welcome. Cold. Now that we can use it.
would you like?
That's bad. To be good if you're lightning sword, but no, I don't need it. Sucks. Getting 1,000 from a unique would be really good. But I'll hold on to it and see if I can trade it. That. Store that. Alright. Oh, God. I don't think I need anything of these. If I was doing the armor shattering stuff, that would be pretty cool. Mana Remnants was always interesting. I don't think I want a defensive here. Ghost Dance isn't that bad though, but I don't have that much energy shield to even like go Ghost Dance right now. Arctic Armor's not bad. Convalescence carried me as Witch. Do we just go Herald of Ice then? I guess we're doing Shatters. I don't really go any of this ice stuff, so I don't really know what I want to go. And I don't really intend to support it with anything.
There's a chill in the air.
I never got the crop circle there. Oh yeah, it died during it, that I like didn't reset, did it?
Well then, last one's got
Just go run into the field and find it. This layout's like completely different than that last run I did through. Can I get through your game? Oh yeah, the Ice Nova pop from Herald is really good. I remember the old Path of Exile one, Heralds, where they just like AoE stuff on kill. Herald of Fire was like overkill damage. AoE. Herald of Ice was I think like a flat damage AoE. And then Herald of Thunder was hitting a shocked enemy. Like cause lightning to spawn and hit like a few times or something, or killing a shocked enemy. It was really good with some of the other lightning skills and putting like curse on hit on a Herald of Thunder. It was like my favorite way of proliferating curses on a lightning character at the time. I want the orb, I think, here. Alright, here we finally found the farm field. I don't think I've seen an essence and axe in a while. I didn't know they spawned an axe actually. Like this early. Already done the runes here. This the goofy Diablo 2 Cairn stones, but it's like an objective to like do when you're running around the world. It's so goofy. Say it again. I don't think anyone in Diablo 2 had fun running to the stones and then clicking them one at a time with the order not up and thought it was fun. Nobody likes clicking 3 things in a random order and praying they get lucky and do it the first try. I guess that could be said for like almost virtually any other minigame in games. Reminds me of like Bethesda style lockpicking. Do the same thing in like Dying Light though. You just like jam the lockpick in, do the minigame, it breaks. You lose at least one probably. That life regen would be really good, but I have resistances I want to keep. In classic MMO fashion, you clear out the ads first. Uncut. Alright, now to the town.
It is good Finn makes fun of my collection, but I think it's charming.
There's a lot of damage on that spear, actually.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
I'm going to hold a lot of these items I find early if they roll good stats. Getting like an extra Alk or Exalt in the early game would be like really good. Try and trade for some gear. So I have a feeling until I get my ascendancies, my character is going to fall off pretty bad. Until my character quote unquote turns on. So the workshop, the chest, and the boss. The layout's like already not ideal. It's like constant tiny alleyways, all webbed. Like, I still feel like a Dark Alliance style map for this stuff would be much better instead of like trying to make every zone in PoE2 an attempt at like a dungeon. So ARPG stuff, like not every single map needs to be a maze. Like they can just be linear. They can just be like a main thoroughfare followed by like side paths. I guess it's kind of like any map design though. It's kind of like even going back and playing Warframe. And even on like the map, like a lot of the paths just extend like infinitely far. You just get like lost and stuck, and that's why even with Warframe they just gave you like a nav point to follow. I think Moss Hunter did that too. You should have the nav point. Although that sucks. The nav point in that game sucks. Release. So you get the currency. AoE melee slam trigger. Oh god, I gotta read each of these. Alright. Sped reader coordinates create a number of runes and count arm after time. For arming they activate when enemies step on them, exploding deal attack damage, apply electrocution buildup. That would be good for much later. If that's like a CC. Area curse. With fragility, hitting these enemies causes the curse to trigger an explosion. The engineer applies significant knockback to other enemies near the curse target. It's not that bad. Yeah, I was going to say, having maps that make them feel like real spaces. Now that is like the ideal. But it still kind of feeds into what I mean. There's so many maps that it's just like, it is just a maze. Like the Diablo 2 style of like rooms into rooms into rooms. And there's like no hallways. You're like, how does anyone exist in this space? It just becomes like a liminal back rooms. At that point, you're like, this is no longer livable. This is like a horror game, or in this case, a video game. This one's cool. These are all attacks. This is broken. Revive your minions. This is disgusting. This just pops on. Let's try this. Yeah, it does get to be pretty tough. PoE2 does have really good examples late game for it though. And even like in this map design, on the map you can see like this like intended road. It's just like not obvious. And I even guess with like some of these like you know, medieval themed areas. Like there wouldn't be a lot of order to it generally. But I don't know, I still feel like that's like a consolation you have to make. You have to make like a very, I don't say obvious path, but like even in map generation, usually for these RNG maps, like there still is like an intended path. Just based on how generation functions. But I still feel like a lot of it should just be eye-catching. Even if they do need to reuse assets infinitely. Like, we're at a point, especially in modern technology, that it's very easy with like procedural generation to, well, easy, I'd say more widely known, far less difficult than it used to be to create like create distinct like non-repeating patterns. Like even in texture work, that was like such a big thing for the longest time. Just trying to avoid that like gridding of textures. Like FF14, you see that everywhere. It's just so not incredible. You see that like tiling repetition. But I guess with or without that repetition, like, you do get some visuals like in this game, and a lot of other AAA games I played actually. Not that this is really AAA, but you know what I mean. It's a lot of effort put in the art department that what you kind of result in is like a lot of muddy materials where you're like, oh yeah, this looks like wood and bark. It's like jagged and sharp. You know, the thatch on the roof is thatch on the roof. The posts are spiked, but maybe they look carved identically. And the ground is just mud. With no... It's just blotchy and clay looking. It's like... this... Well, it feels like we're returning to Uncanny Valley with a lot of these games that... So many games like try to be realistic. Or have like realistic looking textures or materials, lighting, whatever be it, characters, and then there's like a point where we quote unquote had photorealism. I'm thinking like COD 4 where you had like the box art where it's like it's so photoreal. Or even like old Monster Hunter games like touted themselves for having like realistic looking monsters and like monster movements. Or that on the Monster Hunter Try cover. It's like, they look real. And I'm like, even though these games touted themselves as real, they still had like a style to it. Even if that style was in like UI, in sound effects. But they still had a style in look. Like they still did certain things, like their metals looked all similar. Like the way they did the lighting would be similar, so like you could look at the game from anywhere and know it was that game. And it kind of as we venture into the uncanny valleying of a lot of games and media, like with this game, which is like the ground, I'm like, it's just fake mud. Yeah, even with making things look indistinct, you'll get that like Monster Hunter Wilds aesthetic where it's just like, it looks real, but it's just like dark. Because it's just trying to be real because it just lacks fire. And yeah, the lack of tiling does mean it comes to this. But I feel like you can still make visually interesting areas, even with all those drawbacks mentioned, of either way of tiled or untiled. But it does require some like handcrafting And maybe a smarter algorithm on the way you plant, like, landmark assets. Even with the game I'm working on, like, our map generation is very... Like, we've criticized our map generation for, like, a year straight on how we want it to be. And I keep coming back to the philosophy that I'm like, there will have to be landmark rooms. I guess, like, the shortest explanation is looking at Lethal Company, because everyone's played it at this point. And, like, you know you're in that, like, that backroom style room with, like, the wood walls and the carpet, or the plaster walls and the carpet, or, you know, like, the room with a bunch of shelves is what you're looking for. Like, the moment you see that door and you see beyond that grated window, like, any furniture, like, you know that's the room you're looking for. And the game obviously stops becoming, like, indistinct at that point, because, like, your eyes just recognizing landmarks and everything else is filtered out. Which is, like, inevitable. But in a map generation like this, where it's clearly, like, your square map and then everything's planted on it in, like, a spacing algorithm. In this case, this is, this looks like a Voronoi algorithm with the way that it's all circled. With the way the buildings are placed, this is probably, like, the... whatever, like, the theory was for, the packaging spacing. You can look at this and just be like, yeah, this is, like, very RNG. And then your landmark is just some path tacked on around the edge. Or, like, carved out of the middle. It doesn't, like, integrate really well. Like, that makes me sad when we don't see, like, the fun algorithms, like white function collapse used on a lot of these things. Where, like, you can start, like, using existing assets to create, like, new assets. Like, build up procedural buildings and stuff. Yeah, no, I know. People aren't gonna spend, the company's not spending $500,000 of their, like, $2 million budget. Like, these indie studios, or small scale studios, to, like, do a floor texture, you know? Notably, this game does a pretty good job with, like, putting some cool things on the floor. Being top down. They do a lot of fun, like, parallax effects, and they do make a lot of space for being able to see where your character is, which, for the gameplay's sake, like, they have to make it obvious, and that comes with those visual drawbacks. Oh my god. Grouping these enemies around this guy and then all pop in play at least is crazy. It's disgusting to be able to do that, like, level 12 or whatever I'm at. RPG problem number 1, everything has walls. There are invisible walls everywhere. Height adjustments, not indicative to the control schemes of RPGs. They're not friendly to. Yeah, with RNG, like, there's plenty of bugs. Even right up till the end of me playing Path of Exile 1, I'd just find stuff clipped into terrain and whatnot, or, like, scenery. Like, it's inevitable. It's hard to account for all kinds of procedural generation.
Madness echoes here.
Inevitably procedural just becomes tiled in the end. Just of the ease of being able to work with it and debugging it. It's like not even really a lot of the research or development. It's just a lot of like testing and bug testing. There's just a lot of systems that are just easier to debug in the end.
For what it's worth.
They're a lot less volatile to mistakes.
There enter the manor. Take revenge.
Hello. Feeling lucky? Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but cheers. Later.
Yeah, there's a new tier gems, isn't it?
Ice Strike is a combo of 3. Vaulting Impact is a leaping slam attack. Rapid Shot fires very quickly, but heats up your crossbow as you continue to shoot. If you fire too much, you'll overheat and be unable to... Ice Shards targets the ground, leaving shards of ice that explode when enemies step on them. You can reload manually by using this skill again. Ice Shards.
Interesting.
Galvanic shards create arcs of lightning, which are effective at shocking enemies. Flash grenades can blind and...
Funny if the flash grenade of the Tarkov flashbang effect. You get a big white spot on your screen if you don't turn your character away. I think a lot of players struggle with pathfinding. It would cause more friction for a game that's often about speed. It would. Which is why I even said, like, I don't mind if the game's more linear and they just make like little branches rather than trying to randomize an entire dungeon. There's the thing with PoE 1 is like if you entered a map and you played the game for long enough, you knew exactly where you were going. So far as I like when I try to play it with some of our friends, one friend in particular commented that it was just like, yeah, you just kind of rush to the location.
Watch the stars.
Because you don't like, you know where everything is, and you don't explore. I'm like, yeah, most of these RPGs you're not, like, even though you're dungeon crawling, you're not exploring. They're like two different things. Like, you have a location in mind, but you want to get to the location fast. Everything else is, like, secondary. Like, pathfinding quickly to find, like, your location was, like, fun, and then kind of as I had one on a ramp before, that I'm like, if we're just going to put random RNG, like, micro mechanics in the game to make you feel good that, like, you did the thing the first try, even though it doesn't save really any time at all. Like, maybe an awful opinion, but, like, the D2 style of, like, entering a dungeon, having the door pretty close by, I don't think is, like, that bad. If you're going to make a bunch of RNG in the game, having, like, a rewarding layout that you can get lucky with sometimes, it's, like, not bad. There's plenty of other things in RPGs that you can do that potentially give you no benefit at all. But there's more RPG stuff of like Path Exile would implement something like that if you could control it. Like it's stuff like PoE 1 or even in this game with the endgame mapping of essentially making your own dungeon or choosing how hard you want it to be, and like, well, the difficulty in the dungeon would be choosing how big it is. People would opt for smaller maps, obviously, but you get less monsters overall, so you lose like mod pack value from that as like an item, because the map is essentially an item at that point. And like map size is probably not like the worst modifier to put in, but RPG devs, especially PoE devs, want your character to like solve all the major problems. Like, what's your major damage? Do you have single target and do you have clear? Like, where are you getting your speed in? What's your plan for defense? If your resources are running low, how do you top them up? And like, you need a checkbox for every single one of those. And if you don't, then you just, like, your character just doesn't function. I'm like, if we want to separate out these ideals in MMOE or like more like old Diablo ways, then like you need the boss killer, you need the tank, like etc. But no, there's a lot of like skill expression that could exist in a lot of these games, or like build expression that could exist. But again, that's just more volatility in the design. But I still feel like that's very in the spirit of the game, is to like, you know, in a game all about creating your builds, like letting people influence their environment, which is what maps are supposed to be like, to that degree would be very interesting. Like map style, path layouts, people even still in PoE 1 and 2, like, if they're grinding maps, they're going to find a set of map types, or like essentially tile sets they like to run. Just because they like the layouts they generate with. Like some layouts will just be like hallways and stuff in maps later. Just as the nature of what the environment was that they were going for. And I'm like, that's like kind of the right direction, but still very RNG dependent on like even just getting the map you want. So I don't know, it's always this like battle in Path to Exile and the other RPGs is this idea of setting your character into a niche, but like still managing to do all the things they need to do. Like niche out, but be good at everything. Yeah, it is kind of tough. In a game about killing hordes of monsters, it's kind of hard to be like, you can play a character that doesn't. Kind of against the game type. But there are so many boss focuses in this game that I feel like it already kind of breaks a lot of that. Like Diablo 2, a lot of your skills were just literally AoE. And if you were in AoE, you were in melee. And melee then, like, if you got to that point, just did giga damage. So it's probably like more of an unintended side effect of an RPG trying to make like melee characters, but even back then they knew on Barbarian to be like, hey, let's give them an attack that hits 2 monsters at the same time early. Rather than like trying to do single target and AoE both. Core system lends itself so much. Lends itself to too much repetition not to eventually try to optimize that other variability, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing ARPGs, you want to clear screens of mobs, so. But it still does feel weird that, like, the other options are, like, flaunted. Tangled A-lighting. Life. I kind of like the energy shield, though. I guess that is energy shield. We use that. And yeah, sorry, I missed the exploration part of what you're talking about. Concept of exploration itself is sort of a nebulous concept. It is, because, like I said, with all the other things that RPGs need to do, like build expression, build variety, niche filling, just whatever you want to do in the game. Like a lot of RPGs want you to be like very figure it out. And then trying to tie all the figure it out with blasting enemies with exploration, it does get muddy on where your priorities lie. Like, do you just make open fields of mobs? Like, do you put hallways where you can just like blast streams of them? If you're trying to explore, like, what are you looking for? In a lot of these RPG cases, it's what you're looking for is a thing to click on, like a chest or a doorway to go into. A lot of people even hate that. Like, a lot of people playing PoE 1, PoE 2 are like, I wish there was a campaign skip like Diablo 3. It's fair. It is fair. You do tend to play RPGs to see the funny numbers. And yeah, if not the funny numbers in your funny color, then the loot in the funny colors that, as you said, give you the good brain chemicals. That is true. And yeah, it is hard with RPGs to like create skills in the system that like feel good to play in like a top-down game. Like, it's hard to get like a game like League of Legends amount of polish on like their characters' sound effects, like hit effects, like design, but an RPG with all these skills in it. It's like, do you want polish or do you want like variety? And obviously people want to, or people, if the devs want people to keep playing their game, like they need the variety over the polish. So it ends up being really hard to allocate those resources to making really satisfying skills. And I still even bring up Monster Hunter, where it's like people pick their weapon and they just are so dead set on it. They just don't mix weapons. Like, one, they found whatever it was they're calling, they stuck to it. And it's really hard in an RPG just to find one and stick to it, because it is just like, you know, click and hit them. There's not a lot of like other interaction with the mechanic of attacking.
Thunderstorm calls down lightning bolts and summons biting rain, which makes enemies more vulnerable to being shocked and frozen. The rain also...
That's cool, let's grab that. Oh yeah, I got that repulsion skill. Just throw that on. I don't really like Frostbomb. Just throw a support gem in there. Support skills which hit enemy. A shocking enemy with support skill triggers coursing current. So like an ice version of that, that'd be cool. Yeah, good luck on your drive there. I'll probably keep going for another hour or so. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been about an hour and a half. Yeah, about another hour would be fine. I want to get through Act 1 at least. I have way too many skills on right now. That's fine. Quests are done. From the manor. I forgot these guys dropped that blood on the ground. These guys will always remind me of those enemies in Diablo 2 in the World Zone Keep. They're not in the keep itself, but in the Halls of Destruction. The Thunderstorm's really cool. I think it's actually a nice additive skill. This is the point in PoE where you're like, okay, I can hit this button, and then I hit this button, and then we shoot them. And you're like, well, how many skills do I have? Or if I play another skill, I can just log up and then shoot them. Like how many 0.5 second cast times do I need to cast to like, kill the thing? Before I decide that it's a lot easier to just hit my other button 1, 2, or 3 times with that same cast speed. Like why would I need to hit all these different buttons to achieve the same result? Heal. The chaos damage thing does so much damage. There's a boss, yeah.
First ones. Is there no limit to
Didn't ask.
Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
I feel like that should go no button now.
Of pagan beliefs.
I feel like the it was what, 0.58 cast time? That was a lot longer to cast out. I feel like this is much more useful for mobbing though. As good as exposure is. Let's go read the ability actually. Elemental exposure. Negative 20% resistances, and it's half of its effective on uniques, so 10%. 2% exposure for pulse. So you can get like 30%, which would be like 15 on a boss. I feel like just having the freeze build up is more important for me right now. You drop an item I can eat, yeah.
The voice of the man I must face.
Damage sucks on that thing. Just getting enemies frozen is just much more important on this build. Or on this early build. There's like a magic or a rare enemy. You should want to be able to pop them the pack that they're in. That's cool. Mana leech should be good. Fix some mana problems. None of these grant mana leech itself though. Yeah, we want to go into combo. Maybe? Maybe not. I think we are going to get lightning much later, but... Is there anything channeling related? Hmm. I think that one's really good. Yeah, I don't know what to go here. Does penetration have a fall off? No. Yeah, the main goal is these bells with the lightning somehow. Electrocution too, though. These are definitely the nodes we need to go for. Shock. I don't let the bells do anything with electrocute, but I want shock and I want heavy stun. Find multiple ailments even. Would be really hard. The skills I have in question are only going to really deal lightning. Like, I'm not going to get mixed damage. Really at all. I'm ranged, so like I probably need to grab that. Moon speed all sprinting is crazy. Yeah, I think we go down that way. These are kind of bad though. Like, this is good. I guess to play it safe, we'll just go up there for now. Important. Alright, well, downstairs. What is happening on my playlist, by the way? Yeah, my playlist that I just had in the background just like led me really far into like Spanish music. know what happened. Give me back my Wii music. Look at this really normal sized door. I feel like our character's actually kind of short, yeah. Well, maybe not short now that I think about it. I feel like every door in this game is like massively grand. You know, the scale of a lot of these objects is actually pretty good now that I think about it. I just see a door like that and I expect the monk to be like a pretty tall character, yeah. But I guess even maybe side by side, they need the warrior to be like very big. So it wouldn't make sense to have like the monk be like at the same like top end height. Just visually. Does this reload like what I'm rolling? Nah, he like does it at the end of the roll. Is there a skill for doing the reload while rolling? My god, there's just 1,000 enemies here. I was gonna say, it's like this is not a rule. It is. I don't really want any of these, but having more like body and martial runes is just good. It's so odd, actually, that like this mechanic's just gonna pop up all the time, give you free currency. I guess that is just like the league mechanics usually. But it just seems kind of broken that like every player is just like perma inflated. Like, you know, an extra amount of health and more damage. Everyone just has 15% more damage all the time. Or, sorry, 15% increased damage all the time. Just from borderline from their weapon. feel pretty safe with this build, I must say. Just having everything perma-frozen feels pretty good.
This interloper has the power we need. Kill him, and you shall have everything I promised.
No noose this time.
Thanks, Piety.
I'll remove your head myself. We'll see about that. For the first one. Run, little rabbit. Easy prey.
Don't stab me with that. Oh.
First one's iron.
That's goofy.
Brianna, open the cage. Release the beast. Give me what you promised.
I think so. I think so much more. Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who can. Goodbye.
Manipulative whore. How dare you abandon me? After all I've given you. As night falls,
Freeze.
it is chill. Sought the unworthy. Through an endless night, they wither and tarry. Forsaken forests. As cold
I
as
feel like this attack needs like an actual pal.
is misery. The pack won't forget. I will take out your heart and savor each bite. Requiem on high. Desolation.
Doesn't even like it's significantly less generous hit points.
And savor each bite. Desolation. Solstice of pain.
Also should be time between those pulses that if you do get frozen, you should run frozen, maybe? I guess I should be running the colder one though.
Desolation.
And yeah, like the lineup for these needs to be like it's clearly out of time with this effect, but like the effect lines up so you can't really see it in time. It needs to be like faded in much earlier.
Allow me to clear your mind, if only for a moment.
The madness. It consumed my being. Oriana used it against me.
Where has she taken the beast?
I found messages from the desert.
From the Vastiri?
Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness.
As you wish. Let us return to Clearfell to make our preparations.
There's something. I think it's just gold, yeah.
Count, we can find anything take your fancy. Deal. Stick to the care.
You've done the dark. Good luck. Bye.
I don't talk to him yet.
So, for enacting my vengeance, you... Thank you.
It is good to see you. I like to hold on to bits and pieces. Any that catch your eye?
I don't really need the mana shell.
I accept. It seems shadows come to slow.
Oh yeah, with the salvage bench now. Not a bad amount of currency. For was not spending literally any of it for Act 1. Could use more transmutes, but 2x 1 chaos is like crazy.
Betrayal of the Countess has escaped with the beast. Every attempt to control it has ended in cataclysm. We must pursue her to the plains of Vastyria. We should find the Marikath caravan. Only they can lead us through that harsh and unforgiving land.
Damascus apologize. I do enjoy the cutscenes, as brief as those are. I think I almost said his name, but our hooded one. Weary traveler.
The weary traveler grows close to the end.
Labyrinth.
The Marikath. Life's
You are seeking passage on our Carapianical.
worth is measured by actions. I must prove myself.
Goofy out voice line. Minor bug there, don't let me shoot for a little bit. Now my skills blanked out. Wasn't like loaded up with skill from being in town. Level 2 support John. Create ice fragments and killing frozen animals. Exploding. Any fun supports in the all? That's cool. So like unholy might would become cold. I just want freeze. Yeah. Yeah, I thought I gotta get very creative with how to freeze things, and now freeze just like auto. Look at that. If I get like a clean hit, I just get frozen. That hurt a lot actually, that guy throwing that spear at me just now. Maybe that attack speed would help, I know. Shoes are really good, actually. They're worth quite a bit. I still don't get why their cones just aren't like a top-down triangle. Like, why does this cone have to be a 3D and not hit small things? A lot of this game stuff feels like almost outsourced, like someone was told that they need to like implement something and they didn't know the context in which it needed to be implemented. What is happening?
The strong endure, the fallen to the earth.
Spirit. It's really good early armor.
Their leader. My worth. I should return to the caravan.
Alright, that didn't go too bad. That's really annoying when you're up those ramps though, they just auto-target you. Even though the bosses have started.
You may.
That's big. Well, we'll deal with items, and then I shall hop off.
This is how they survive.
Nice. Do whatever it takes.
Was this Great Remnants? A lot of damage you can put on that. Yeah, it's fine. I say well on to it. This trade fodder. Not quite level 25.
I've got some
And
trinkets.
now let's also check, see if there's a weapon upgrade.
Goes there. You may trade with.
So we're 21 to 46. Could just pull one randomly. And gloves and helmet. Kind of bad. So is this guy having 24%? He'd like go up just a little bit.
Take care.
Scan the... Like, the 42 wouldn't even be that bad.
What? All right, of course. Do not wander.
Alright, it's good. Get one done. I will hop off for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.